It's time for this week's episode of Brandon Sports Talk, featuring in-depth interviews from those who are trending in the world of athletics. And now, here's the host of Brandon Sports Talk, Brandon Pate.
Welcome back to Brandon Sports Talk. In today's episode, I have the privilege to interview the USS Pride softball player, Jessie Harper. How are you doing today?
Good. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Can you talk about how you knew that you wanted to work in professional softball?
Ever since I was a little girl, I fell in love with the sport of softball, and I knew I wanted to play it for as long as I possibly could. So when my college career was coming to an end and the opportunity to play pro softball was arising, I knew I had to snatch it right away. And so I'm super thankful and super excited to be where I am at today, playing professionally for the USSA Pride. But it's definitely been a dream of mine since I was a little girl to play softballs for as long as I could.
Can you talk about, of course, playing for the Arizona Wildcats and what that was like?
My 5-year career at Arizona was the best ever. I had so much fun. Mike Condrea, our coach, he is a legend within the sport. He is so amazing. He is like a father figure to me. But definitely all my success is thanks to him and thanks to my teammates at Arizona, because Arizona softball has allowed me to grow into the player I am and the person I am today. And I'm just so thankful for my time at Arizona, and I'm being a Wildcat for life.
What were some of your accomplishments at Arizona playing softball?
So like I said before, I did have a great career at Arizona, but that was thanks to my coaches and my teammates who really helped elevate my play. At Arizona, during my time there, I was a 3-time All-American. I at 2 different positions. So my freshman year, I was a first-team All-American at first base, and then my junior year, I was a second-team All-American at shortstop. And then my senior year, my 5th-year senior year, I was a 3rd-team All-American at shortstop. But my junior year is when I held the NCAA home run record with 29 home runs. And I currently am tied for first with Pac-12 home runs and University of Arizona home runs with 92 career home runs. And I share that honor with Katiana Mauga, my former teammate at U of A, who was amazing, who really helped turn me into the hitter that I was. I had the opportunity to learn and grow from her my freshman year. So I'm happy to share that title with her because she is really amazing. But I had a fun and great career at U of A, and I'm wanting to continue that greatness on into the Pride. But definitely my teammates are who I had to thank for because they really helped elevate my play.
That's an amazing career. Can you talk about, of course, what it was like putting on the Arizona Wildcats jersey for the first time?
Yeah, Arizona was my dream school. From the start, I knew I wanted to play for Coach Condrea because I knew one day I want to be a college coach, and Coach Condrea was the best of the best. And I knew he could lead me to the World Series, and I knew he could help me open up doors for me later in life when I pursue my coaching profession. But putting on that Arizona jersey for the first time, it was everything I could imagine. It felt like home. I was so excited, butterflies everywhere, but definitely playing in Rita Hillenbrand Stadium is something so special. I'm so thankful for my time at Arizona, and wearing the Block A is something so special, and I'm so thankful.
Of course, during your time of playing college, did you ever make it to the College World Series? And if you did, what was that time like?
So I was lucky enough to make it to the World Series twice. Both years we had very special teams. The first year I went was my junior year in 2019. That was so amazing because Arizona was in a little bit of a drench of not making it to the World Series. So I was so proud and so excited of my teammates to help it for us that we finally got Coach Condrea back to the World Series where he belongs. So that was such an amazing experience. That was the first time I went, and first time all of my teammates went. So it was really like an eye-opening experience. It was kind of when I walked onto the field for the first time, my jaw dropped. I was like, oh my gosh, these are all my dreams coming true as a little girl. This is so exciting. And then this past season, the 2021 season, we were lucky enough to make it back again. And after a hard COVID season, we earned that. And it was so exciting to take Coach Condrea back to the World Series for his final time But it's the World Series it's something so special. It's what you dream about as a little girl. I wish we were able to make it farther, but I'm so content. We made it there. I ended my career at that stadium, and it's something I'll never forget. It was a special time.
Of course, can you talk about that moment where you ended your career at the toppest of the top in the World Series?
Yeah, so I knew I wanted to make it to my World Series this senior year. My senior class, we had 7 returning seniors for our 5th year, and it was so special to be able to come back together and finish it on our terms because COVID kind of left us not sure if we were going to be able to get our opportunity to make that year back. But when we were given the opportunity, the NCAA gave us the option to come back for our 5th years. We all took it, all 7 of us, and we're all such a special class because we've started together and we wanted to finish together on our own terms. And we were so excited to make it back to the World Series. I knew that's where I wanted to end my career. I wanted to end it in the last game of the World Series, hoisting a trophy over my head. But at the end of the day, we got coached back to the World Series. We got it ended at the World Series. And that's all I dreamed of as a little girl, was making it to the World Series and to be able to play on a platform that big where I can inspire the next generation of softball players. So it's really something special. It was bittersweet that my college career ended, but at the same time, I'm content with how it ended. I'm happy we did it at the World Series.
That's so amazing. What was your time like whenever you put on your college jersey for the first time and had the letter Block A on your chest?
Yeah, the Block A is something so special. Coming in my freshman year, we had this process where we had to earn our A. So all freshmen were given blank gear from the softball team, and we just had red, white, and blue shirts. That's all we wore. Nothing said Arizona softball, nothing said Arizona on it. And coach said, hey, you're here, but now you have to earn the right to wear the A. You have to be able to uphold the standards and uphold the traditions that we do here and be able to represent Arizona the way we want you to. So we went through this process of earning our A. And that was so special because your teammates and coaches vote on you and say, hey, you've done everything you could. You're a hard worker. You have good character. You have a great attitude. List goes on, but you have earned the right to wear the Block A. And that was so special when we had that ceremony, and my teammates all said why they believed I've earned the A and how they're excited for me to be their teammate and stuff. So it was very special. That Block A is very special to me. I wear it with pride, and I'm going to be the grad assistant next year for Arizona. So I'm so happy to be putting on the Block A for another year and being able to help the team in a different role next year.
What is it like to get the opportunity to go back, of course, to your alma mater and be the grad assistant?
I am so thankful. I came into Arizona, and when I committed, I told Coach Kendra he better have a spot open for me to be the grad assistant when I'm done with school, because I knew I wanted to be a college coach one day, and I knew that I wanted to be a grad assistant with Arizona so that they can continue to learn from them and open up doors for me in the future. So I have 1 year as the grad assistant. I'll finish my master's, and then hopefully I'll be able to pick up a volunteer coaching job or a coaching job somewhere. But I have high hopes to just continue in softball and really continue to inspire the next generation of strong female athletes and really continue to grow the sport. So I'm so thankful. We actually because Coach Condrea just retired after many, many years, after a great career, he has patched the torch on to Coach Lowe, who has been our assistant coach for the longest time. So I'm really excited. And we have a new assistant coach coming on, Lauren Lappin. So I'm really excited to learn from her. She's going to be our new defensive coach and work with our hitters. So I think it's going to be super exciting to learn from them and just continue to grow.
What was the feeling like for you whenever you got drafted to the USS Pride?
I was so excited when I got drafted. It was a little bit different this year because they didn't really have technically a draft. That's because the NPF and the Olympics, it's all going through a little bit of a strange year with COVID. But there's definitely, I was talking to Coach Lowe about figuring out if I wanted to play for Pride or what if I wanted to continue my career. But when Pride said they were interested, I was so excited. I knew I wanted to continue to wear red, white, and blue and continue to play the sport that I love. So when Pride showed interest and they kind of solidified and said, hey, here you go, we want you to play for us, it was super exciting. But the team that I actually did get drafted for, where they actually had a draft, was for Athletes Unlimited in September, and that was a draft. And so hearing my name being called as part of the draft, I was one of 12 college seniors. That was something so special to see my name pop up and they say, for this pick of the draft, Jessie Harper from Arizona. that was super special just to hear my name on that platform and know that I'm getting the opportunity to continue to play the sport I love and all my hard work is paying off.
Of course, as you said, you got drafted to the to the Athletes Unlimited. Do you also play with the Athletes Unlimited and the USS Pride?
Yeah, so they're during different seasons. So when I finish with the Pride, we finish in the first week of August, we'll finish playing games. And then Athletes Unlimited, there's actually a few of us from Pride that's going to go play for Athletes Unlimited. I think about 5 girls, if I could guess off the top of my head, are going to go play for Athletes Unlimited, and that's going to be August through September. So it's 2 different seasons, but I'm so excited to do both. It's going to be a great experience, and I'm happy some of my Pride teammates are going to go do it with me.
What was it feeling like to sign your first contract with both the Athletes Unlimited and USS Pride?
I was kind of intimidated. I didn't know what to expect. I was like, ooh, this is a contract, but it was I felt all grown up and like a big girl. I was like, here I am. I'm a professional athlete now. So that was super exciting, super surreal. And it almost just didn't feel, I don't know, I just felt grown up. I'm like, oh my gosh, now I have a real job. I'm a big kid. This isn't college anymore, but it was super exciting. And I love it here. I'm absolutely having so much fun playing for the Pride.
What is the feeling like whenever you put on both the USS Pride and the Athletes Unlimited jersey for the first time?
So putting on that Pride jersey for the first time, it was super awesome. Like I said, I love playing in red, white, and blue, and those are our Pride colors. But just stepping onto the field with these amazing athletes who I've looked up to for so long. I'm such a big fan of softball, so I've watched all these girls play in college, and they all had such amazing careers. They're all really great athletes and really great people. So I'm super excited that I get to be a part of this team and learn from them. And it was just a special moment. And I know in September when I try on the Athletes Unlimited jersey for the first time, and I just get to be in that environment of strong female athletes, it's going to be so exciting.
What was the media day like putting on the Pride jersey and getting photos in it?
Oh, it was so exciting. It kind of was like, you've made it. Here we go. Obviously, we've had a lot of photo shoots with Arizona softball, and those are always exciting. Everyone loves taking pictures in uniform. That's what you look forward to. But definitely, it was awesome to put on all these different Pride uniforms, try them on, and have your picture taken. It was super awesome to see the roster posted, and I was on it. So I'm definitely so thankful for my opportunities right now, and I'm just having so much fun.
How has it been like playing professional softball with the USS Pride?
This is my second week, so I've learned so much since I've been here. I'm having fun. All the girls are so amazing. They've really made it feel like home in such a quick little transition. But I love Florida. It's been fun. I'm super excited to see where this season goes. But at the end of the day, I'm just having so much fun playing the sport I love with some really awesome people.
Of course, what was the transition like for you from going from College of Arizona
Mhm.
softball to, of course, USS Pride?
Yeah, that actually happened all so quick. We finished in the World Series, then we flew back to Arizona, and a few days later, I was flying to Florida. So it all happened so quick, but I'm so thankful because I love this sport. I'm so excited to continue to play and grow the sport. But it definitely was a whirlwind. I was a little nervous walking into the Pride team and not really knowing the girls. Like I knew a few girls on the team, but the rest of them, I just watched them play. So I never really talked to them before, but everyone is so nice. Um, they're so freaking good. They're so good. So it's been so much fun learning from them. But at the end of the day, I've earned the right to be here. My teammates have earned the right to be here, and we're just going to go out and play some good softball. So I'm so excited for what this summer holds.
What are some game day traditions and rituals that you had during, of course, the Arizona time and now with the Pride?
Um, my biggest superstition or biggest ritual, I would say, is that I like putting my bat in a special place in the dugout. I don't want my bat, I don't know why, but at Arizona, we've had these different cubbies where our bats go. And I always put mine in my own cubby, and it had to be the third one on the left right there. That's where all 3 of my bats went. So that was kind of my little superstition that all my bats had to go in one certain place and no other bat could be with it. So that's something that I know I'll probably continue on that I have been continuing on. I found a little special place in the dugout. That's where all my bats go. I know exactly where they are and that's their special place. So that's kind of my little game day ritual, is just finding a new place to put my bat in the dugout.
Of course, as softball players know, with walk-up songs, they are very important. What was your walk-up song in Arizona, and what do you plan on having your walk-up song as you now are a professional with USS Pride?
So actually, I've always found walk-up songs. I don't know why, but I've been weird with my walk-up songs. I don't like my walk-up songs to be have too much words where it says certain stuff. I like don't want people to perceive me a certain way. I don't know. I think about it way too much. I overthink this silly walk-up song. But my walk-up song right now is Thunder by Imagine Dragons. I had a 30-second piece from there. That's what I had in college for my last 3 years. And then another one that I have is Black Skinhead by Kanye West. It's the intro where they're all just banging loud noise. That's my two walk-up songs, and I've continued them both from throughout college to now to the Pride.
What is something that you learn now that you didn't know before becoming a professional softball player?
One thing that really opened my eyes is how much you have to brand yourself now that you're in a professional athlete. In college, you weren't really allowed to brand yourself. Well, you're allowed to brand yourself, obviously, but in college, the NCAA compliance rules, they didn't really want you posting with advertising or anything like that. And they really had a lot of rules of what you could and couldn't do. But now in professional softball, everything's about building your brand, making your name known, and really just making sure that people in the softball community know who you are. So I think that's the difference that I've seen right away, is just kind of growing your name. But all my teammates here have been so helpful. They're really helping me talk to the right people. But right now I'm just having so much fun. All the girls are awesome. And my main takeaway is that I love learning. I love learning new things about the sport and seeing how different people their approach to the game. So it's been so much fun talking to my teammates and really picking their brains.
Of course, as you talked about earning your personal brand in college, how have you seen now where college athletes can earn now their personal brand, and what do you think?
Yeah, so that's going to be an interesting transition next year. I'm interested to see how it goes. Um, I still feel like I don't know a lot about it, so I can't really speak too much to it. But I think it's great. These athletes put so much work and hard work into everything they do, and they put so much effort into it. They should be able to get some a little bit more recognition. But I'm just excited to see where it goes. I'm not sure how it's going to play out, but I'm just excited that the athletes are getting the opportunity to just kind of grow their name and reap the benefits of all their hard work.
Of course, what is something that you would tell your younger self whenever you were in college that you knew now that you didn't know beforehand?
I think when I was a little girl and I was looking up to so many of these college athletes, I was the little girl that was too afraid or too shy or too embarrassed to go up to the older college girls that I went. So I'd go watch all the college games. I'd go to so many UCLA games and they'd have autograph signing afterwards. And I always be too shy to go up there and ask them questions. But now, as a college athlete and a professional athlete, I want all the little girls to come up to me. I want them to talk to me. I love talking to them and continuing to grow the sport and kind of just making them smile. So for my little self, I wish I was a little bit more brave and I went up and talked to more of these college girls at a younger age, because I was always so shy. But my dad, he was awesome. He always pushed me in there and forced me to do it, but whether I liked it or not. But I think looking back at it, I wish I would have not been so nervous and scared. I wish I would have just taken advantage of every opportunity that I had. But even right now, I'm fangirling over all the teammates I get to play with. Shelby Penley, she's in front of me at shortstop, and she is so freaking good. And she had an amazing career at Oklahoma. So I've become friends with her. I think it kind of annoyed her a little bit because I keep asking her all these questions like, what glove should I get? What type of this or that or that? But I've had so much fun learning from her. And I'm just going to continue to grow here, I know for sure.
What is it like to, of course, play with some of your teammates that you did know from college, like the Oregon Haley Cruz?
Yeah, so Haley Cruz, we played against each other obviously in the Pac-12 all the time. Um, and I kind of knew before our season was ending that I was going to get the opportunity to play with her on Team Pride. And I knew that when we played at Oregon, And she did so good that weekend. She is such a good player. She was getting on base every single time. And I was getting so annoyed that she was getting on base so much because I just want to win, 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 win. But she made it to second base, and I knew she was going to be my new teammate on Pride. But she made it, and she was hitting so good, and I was so annoyed that she kept getting on base and doing so well. I didn't even make eye contact with her. And then it came, I was like, but now looking back and all, I should have waved or should have said hi. But I was like so angry that she was getting on base. The competitive person that I am, I was like, you're so good. Stop getting on base. And so when she made it to second, I went to tag her. And I didn't even look at her. I just walked away. And then after the game, I texted her and I was like, like, it was nice seeing you today. I know we're going to be teammates in the future. Looking forward to meeting you in person, like officially meeting you. And so when I met her here on Pride, she's so awesome. We hit it off right away. But it is fun to see how you can grow up playing against all these players and then hate them on the field just because they're so good. Your competitive self you just want to win, and then now you're playing with them, and so all you want to do is see them succeed. But Haley Cruz is something special, and I'm so excited to be her new teammate.
What advice would you give upcoming professional athletes looking to play professional softball?
My advice would just be to continue to work hard, continue to ask questions, reach out to people, look to guide. I'm lucky that I had such a great mentor in Coach Kendrea and Caitlin Lowe. Kate played for Team Pride, so she knew how to tell me how to work the system. But definitely just reach out to your coaches and just continue to ask questions, work hard, and just really chase after your dreams, because anything is possible with hard work. That's what I believe. But I am so blessed. I'm so lucky to be playing here for Pride. And I'm just excited to see what the future holds.
That's wonderful. Thank you again, Jessica Harper, for your interview, and best of luck in your future with USS Pride. Where can my listeners find you at on social media?
Oh, that's a good question. So my Instagram name, let me pull it up real quick because it has a few S's in there. So my Instagram is Jess with 3 S's, JESSS _Harper. And that's where you can find me on Instagram. And then for Twitter, my is, let me get this up real quick. It's the same thing. It's Jess with 3 S's _Harper with 2 R's.
Thank you again, Jessica Harper, for your interview, and best of luck in your future with USS Pride.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. You can find Brandon Sports Talk on Facebook at Brandon Sports Talk, Instagram at Brandon Sports Talk, Twitter at Talk_Brandon, and you can find me on YouTube at Brandon Sports Talk. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again, Jessica, for your interview, and best of luck.
Thank you.
You've been watching Brandon Sports Talk. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to Brandon Sports Talk on social media and on YouTube.